Hey, I didn't know I was going to be doing this video, but I'm a little overwhelmed right now and kind of fighting back tears. Um, and I'm just going to go ahead and share this video and not try to do it up or anything. It is Friday, technically. For me, it's still Thursday, but it's Friday, August the 19th. It's 1:55 in the morning. And I'm doing some research for some other stuff, but I'm considering some things that I learned this morning and something that I'm just not looking at now, and it's just weighing on my heart. And so I just want to speak this right now. It's crazy how a person that is, how do I want to say it? It's crazy that a person that is in their madness, caught up in wrongful thoughts, they want to justify how they're feeling, and so they'll go and pull somebody else in to justify how they're feeling. And now I've seen this twice. So I'm gonna share this one here. This is Numbers chapter 16. It's verse 1 through 24. I suggest y'all go read it. It's a really amazing story. In the background, if you can hear it, I kind of tried to turn the music down, but if you can hear it, it is William McDowell featuring the Binions. Here comes the glory of the Lord. And again, I was in the middle of doing research on something else for this project, and I felt the Lord tugging at me like, I got to look at this. And so what I'm looking at now is this. You can see the scriptures. These are the scriptures that I will be looking up. It started with this one here, Numbers 14:10. But it's this one, Numbers chapter 16, that is really getting me now. And though on here it says 19 and 42, it's actually verses 1 through 24 that I'm taking a look at now. And that got me in my emotions to the point that I'm like, I need to share this. And I need to share it so that you can see it and so that you can avoid it, with discernment and perception, avoid some of these things when you see it happening. But I see this happening a lot today, which is another reason why I want to mention it. In these verses, Numbers chapter 16, this is right after the Israelites had got in trouble, and everybody 20 and older was told they couldn't go into the promised land. So they all in their feelings about it, and so now here comes an uprising. It's Korah, Dathan, and Abiram rising up against Moses and Aaron. And basically, this is what really happened. If you look at the story, this is what happened. Okay, so Korah is from the family of the Levites. Levi had 3 kids. I think it was 3. And of the 3 children that he had, Moses and Aaron was from one lineage. Korah was from another lineage. Now, all of the Levites had different assignments when it came to the temple of God. They all worked for the Lord. He redeemed them. They all worked for the Lord. Anyway, Korah rises up, but this is what Korah does. He goes and he gets 2 of Reuben's kids. Well, actually, it says 3, but the third one, I guess, the third one really didn't get involved. The third one really didn't get involved in this uprising as Dathan and Abiram did. Dathan and Abiram, being that they are the firstborn of Israel, the firstborn of Jacob, apparently research has it, is usually the firstborn that takes on any priestly leadership type of roles. Well, God chose the Levites to represent him, and with everything. And that happened because initially he chose all of Israel, but that happened that the Levites was specifically chosen out of all of Israel when they did that calf worship, when they were at Mount Sinai. Y'all know that story. So in this situation here, Korah is feeling some type of way. He wants to try to usurp what Aaron is doing, and Moses, he wants to be that leader and everything. So what he does is he goes, gets Reuben to kind of back him up in his madness. It didn't end well. The glory of the Lord showed up and they were destroyed, for it didn't end well. But as I'm going over that and I'm looking at what they did, I'm like, dag, wait a minute, this sounds familiar. So earlier today I was doing some reading, and it took me, again, just random reading, researching, like the stuff that I'm looking at as I read it. I ask questions. I want to know, like, why, what's happening, who is this, and how is they related, and how are they tied into this story. So it causes me to do a lot of research. So I ended up doing some research. I was looking at Esau's family, his wives in particular, and that led me to these old historical writings called Midrash. It was another name, Midrash or something, I can't remember, but these are some like really, really old writings, old writings, right? Old historical writings. So as I'm looking up about Esau, y'all remember when after Jacob, he was a trickster and he kind of stole the blessings of his brother. He dressed up and acted like he was Esau to go get this blessing. Well, after he did that and Esau found out about it, and Esau was really upset, Esau had got into his heart to kill Jacob. That's why Rebecca talked to Isaac, and they sent Jacob away to get his wife from her family, her side of the family. Well, here's the deal, and here's the part that y'all don't know. Esau was so angry that he went to Ishmael. Now we know Ishmael is Abraham's true physical firstborn son, but Isaac was the son of the promise. So everything was going to Isaac. Well, Ishmael apparently had to been in his feelings about that. Esau, which is Isaac's son, goes to his uncle Ishmael. Now, if you remember, before Rebecca came along, Isaac was with Ishmael because it was some family tension in there. It was a lot of anger because, Abraham had this other wife. It was just a lot of stuff. It was a lot of family stuff going on. Like if you do your research, you'll find out that Sarah and Abraham had separated after this thing with Ishmael, and they were living literally in two different areas. So this is a whole big old thing going on. But anyway, Ishmael apparently had to have been in his feelings about all this stuff, because right before Rebecca sent Jacob away, she was informed that Esau was planning to kill Jacob. That's why she did all that to get Jacob sent away. But here's the deal. Jacob wasn't the only one that was going to get killed. Esau went to Ishmael and partnered up with Ishmael. That's why he married Ishmael's daughter, Basemath, who's also called Mahalel or something like that. But that's why he ended up marrying the daughter. And when he did that, the plans were, because he didn't divorce the other two girls he was married to, the plans were that not only Jacob was going to get killed, but Ishmael was going to get killed. Isaac was going to get killed too. And who was in their madness? Because Ishmael wasn't the one that was coming up against Isaac. This was Jacob opening that door and opening this wound. Y'all, I think I'm grateful that things worked out where that didn't happen, and things worked out in the end. But y'all gotta watch that, because sometimes when people come up to y'all with stuff and they introduce stuff to you, and it brings you in your feelings about something, and you want to watch that, because for real, the person that's bringing that stuff to you is somebody that has some type of art in their heart. Their motives ain't right. Their motives ain't right. I don't know why I'm saying this or who has to hear this, but don't fall for that, because it's not going to work out well for you if you attach yourself to something like that. Be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful.